Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and welcome back to Vampire. Now, have you ever heard of the world famous actor Doris Fletcher? She starred in many historical films that broke box office records. She was a real starlet, a beauty to behold. No, you never heard of her? Probably because we killed her last episode. We cut her life short. She turned into something disgusting. She was infected, as you may have guessed, and she didn't quite turn into the gracious vampire we are. In fact, she was like a mix between like a scowl and maybe some gone off ravioli. Her arm ballooned to sizes never before seen, and she was very bitter about her lost beauty. We killed her. Well, she killed herself really in the end after we beat her in battle. We was going to let her live. No, we weren't. But she set herself on fire. And the crux of the matter is that she's dead, thankfully. And we need to report to Lord Redgrave about that. But, if you remember, I'm obsessed with this area. So I'm thinking, it's not that far to see if we can get into it from this side. From this entrance you can't do it, there's a locked door. But if we just run along here, cut through Whitechapel, maybe we can go that way. This is where I'm sure, well I'm not sure, but this is where I've got a hunch that maybe we could find all the citizens of Westminster that we haven't came across yet. So, oh god, wrong button, didn't mean to claw the air there. So we're just going to hug everything, smash through these barrels. And it shouldn't take too long to get there. I don't know whether to show it. Oh, there's an open door here. Okay. Well, what we got in here? Maybe someone lives in here. There's no heartbeats. Is it just... Can we go through this door? No, we can't. Okay. So what have we got here? We have sodium solution. Sure. Money. What's in this?
Fresh water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
Fresh water, you know what that's for? That's for the plant in our home at the Pembroke. That's the little Life is Strange Easter egg thing, I think. No way, we found it. Sweet, I think. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. Oh, okay. Alright, well this changes things. So we could go back to Dr. Swansea and we could pour the water on the plant. I've never been so excited to get my fingers green. But I think it's like, because obviously this is made by the same studio who've done the Life is Strange series. So I think it's a little nod to them somehow, because there's an achievement, a Steam achievement, called like Life is Strange, and you need to water the plant for it. Okay, I'm excited. I'm speaking a mile a minute, so if I'm not making sense, I apologise. But okay, cool. Well, let's try and get some sort of order in this. I think if we still check out that area, and then I will leg it back to the Pembroke. Oh god, I can't wait. And we can speak to Dr. Swansea about Doris Fletcher as well, I guess. Where does this put us? Dash through here. Oh, have I been? I feel like I might have been here. Okay, maybe not. This is the theatre. This is where we just were, I think. Let me look. Oh, no. My bearings are going completely off. We haven't been... Oh, there is the theatre through that crack, though. That's what's his face. Benjamin Palmer. Yeah, and that woman who's got the blind brother. It's been ages since we've come through Whitechapel. We don't tend to come through here anymore. But if I follow the tracks, is that Darius's house? I don't want to go in there. If I follow the tracks... Yeah, okay, I'm excited. So hopefully there's not a shut door at the end of this. Otherwise this is a huge waste of time. But, on the other hand, we found the water. So it doesn't feel like a waste at all. Level 28, there's got to be someone hiding back there, right? There's also a gate going back on itself. I feel like we're finding lots of secrets here. No, you will have to die. Good. Okay, you can't go through there. I'm kind of hopeful. If we're on like a bit of a run of finding shit, we might find another Braille page. That'd be awesome. There's still 2 more out there somewhere. Seems like this is a heavily unlooted area for me. But on the same token, it's full of enemies. 23 though. Take that. Kill you in... Oh no, we've got cocky. We also got, you see our XP there? We've got like 4,700 to use. Take that again. And one more for luck. Shit. Okay, that's the only thing. If we try and do it against the blinker scowl, we can blink out the way. Now he's dead. Yeah, we've got a lot of XP to use. So we can definitely get some more levels on maybe stamina, health regeneration. I don't know. I haven't tried to follow any sort of build here. Playing it by ear. Right, this is the door. It won't open from this side. Shit. Okay, well then that leads me to believe this area will open due to maybe story going-ons. Alright, fine. So, I guess all that leaves now is to me to leg it back to dear old Swansea. How do I put a pin down again? What's gone on my... Oh, it's just A. Yeah, we'll head back to Swansea, we'll water our plant, then I'll go all the way back to Redgrave. I mean, it keeps us fit, this vampire business. I think we'll water the plant first. That poor little thing's gone without water for like, what, 40 odd episodes? It must be dying of thirst, like literally dying of thirst, wilting, and we'll quench its hunger. I didn't want to say first again, but it would have worked better then. We'll quench its thirst, and I've got a feeling you might need more than one bottle of water though, because it's only going to sustain it for so long. Maybe it will grow? I don't know. I'm trying to think what correlation Life is Strange could have to that plant as well. I could be way off. Maybe it's not a Life is Strange Easter egg, but... Ah, okay. Well, what an anticlimax that was. Shit, okay, so you need to find more than one bottle of water. I think it grew a little bit. Maybe. I didn't even get an achievement unlock. But you know what? Seeing as we're here, we haven't upgraded stuff in ages. We've got this thick, rich blood sample. Analyse that. Oh, nice. Better health stuff that we never use. Let's see if we can upgrade our sword again to level 5. No, we need one more good handle part. Then we can break stuff down. Do you see good handle parts in any of these? No, I don't. Well, I am moving quite quickly. Nah. Okay. Oh shit. We might be able to upgrade the... we've gone back to the steak, haven't we? Offhand. Is this the steak we're using? Charlotte steak? Yeah, that must be it. So, for Charlotte steak, we can... Oh, upgrade it to 4? Wait, what? When did we upgrade it to? It's telling me I need Charlotte steak, which we have, to upgrade Charlotte steak. Oh, I don't know anymore. Fine, we'll leave it as is. Let's level up then before we talk to Swansea. I think I mentioned it before, but sometimes I'm reluctant to level up, or because it changes the night, and it means more people get sick. And I've got to run around curing everyone again. What do I want to do? All I want to do is just do it. We could bite, hard biting, increase the damage when using bite in combat. Blood, increase your blood absorption, increase... Okay, so let's see. See, in the ideal world, I'd like to go 1, 2, and 3. Let's increase our blood capacity. I feel like that's been neglected. It's only 1,000. Okay, and then let's go stamina. 1,500. We can do it. The health is probably the same. Come on. Oh, it's only 1,000 for the health. Then we've got 1,200 to play with. I could also... Oh, tactical Shadow Veil. We do use Shadow Veil a little bit. No, we don't. We swapped that out. We could upgrade the bite. We can do 2 bites here. 2 bites or 1 more blood capacity. Let's go for 2 bites. Oh shit. I thought I only said it was 600. Okay. I don't know if I want to increase the bite damage. I want to increase the blood capacity. I'm sure of it. More blood means we can do more things with it. Now, confirm. Only puts us on level 27. I thought it would be higher than that. But let's see what happened during the night. How many people got sick? How many people got miraculously better? That's good to see. Yeah, I mean, you should be close to sanitised. No one got ill. Okay. Everyone's fine here, apart from the people we killed before. Good. No one's getting ill. Oh, I think an unknown character is ill? No, that's Doris Fletcher. No, it's Karina Billow. She was flashing for some reason. I don't know why. But no one's ill, which is perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Things are starting to look up in London. So I think this episode is mainly going to consist now of going to Swansea and then going back to Redgrave, seeing what our next objective is, seeing if he's pleased with what happened with Doris Fletcher. Where's the swans? Hey, swans! Hey, swans! How you doing?
What news, Jonathan? I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
Is that a hint of jealousy there?
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress. Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do tell me more.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull. Almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Swansea, you should have seen her, man. She had this big fuck-off arm. It's like a mallet. And it was all stuck to her face. It looked really painful. It was so gross. Oh, I wish she was there, dude.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, it reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. They called them Icors.
Icors. I think we've read about that before. I was calling them like Icors, wasn't I? Okay, Icors.
Have you seen Lady Ashbury recently?
Yes, she popped in yesterday. Told me about your new friends in the West End.
Just a courtesy visit, then?
Yes. And no. She was en route to the docks, I think, following a lead concerning your maker.
Wait, what now? A lead concerning our maker? Why should she not tell us about this?
How's the situation at the Pembroke?
We're still holding out. Question is, for how long? What we really need is hope, Jonathan. Hope for a better tomorrow.
Alright, well, it's good catching up with you, Swans. As much as I love you, we really need to get back to Redgrave. That's the dude you do not want to keep waiting.
I'll come back later. Thank you, Edgar.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Okay, right. Catched up with the Swans, and now we better get our skates on. Because I think if Lord Redgrave hears that we had information, we didn't come immediately to him, he'd be super pissed. Oh, we made it, and I'm sweating like a pig. Right, let us in. Do we have to do the whole peer through the letterbox again? No, we just said straight entry this time. Perfect. Whew, we need like a glass of lemonade after all that running. Just imagine that. Lord Redgrave, I have news. I imagine he's more collected though. Okay, they still haven't cleaned up these bodies. That's not Ashbury, is it? Elizabeth? It's the only ginger we know it is. What are you doing here?
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Well, I'm not quite sure what's happened here. She's pretending to be like our partner so that she can come in here. She wanted to come inside the Ascalon Club for ages. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. But okay.
Always a pleasure to see you, sir.
And you, Arthur Pembleton. Who else we got? I want to speak to everyone. Whoa, he looks just like Arthur
Lord
Pembleton.
Redgrave can play with the brave all he
Sure, okay.
wants.
Elizabeth, be careful. I know you can look after yourself, but I don't know if this is a completely safe spot. No, that's not Redgrave. Who are you then?
We're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last.
They all look the same, these dudes. That's Redgrave, isn't it?
This is an outrage.
Oh, where do we go? Do we sit here? No, that's definitely Redgrave. Sorry, there's so many voices going on there because I triggered all the dialogue. Felt like there was like a million voices in my head. Well, that's definitely him. I don't know why the marker's a little bit off.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
Thank you, Daddy Redgrave. I did it all for the Anal Scone Club. Some questions remain. I did my best here. We haven't got full closure.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you.
Oh.
One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
More
I'm
work.
listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
Aloysius Dawson, we've met that person as well. I remember the real funny name, but I can't picture that he's in my head. As you wish, I don't care. Let him be an Ekon. It's all fine with me.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Right, good shit. We've got a few questions. Can you fill us in?
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His
Sup.
heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
I like the word sup, even though it said sip in the subtitle. So we're really just meant to let this Aloysius sipple on our blood, and it will just be his supper, and he'll be fine. Is there any danger? I mean, for him there is, right?
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
Okay. I really can't think if we've seen Aloysius before. Oh yeah, you invited Lady Ashbury.
You invited Lady Ashbury? Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules?
Yeah, no girls.
No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Okay, well, thank you for the information.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Unnatural selection. Reach Temple Church entrance. That's where all the shops are, right? I think.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
It doesn't bother me. I don't know how I should feel. Do I feel bad? If he's so willing to become a vampire, I think it's a bit of a problem that I can't picture who he is in my mind, so I don't know if he's a good person or a bad person. If he wants to become a vampire, so be it. He knows the risks. He could die. I'd like your advice, I think, yeah.
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Oh shit.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating scars.
No way! Oh wow! So Redgrave isn't the big awesome vampire you'd have you believe. He can only make measly scowls. He can't make a sweet Ekon.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
We can't. We've got such a deep voice. It's really hard.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
No way, he's a fucking phony. Yeah, of course, we're just taking Lady Ashby's word for him. I believe every word she says.
How can you be sure the information is correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Right, okay, so, I mean, all the best lies have a little bit of the truth sprinkled in, don't it? So he was connected to this old knight, but he was never his top dog. Oh, cool. This is really interesting. I'm seeing Redgrave in such a different light.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, you've told us a bit about Dawson. There's no way we're biting him or letting him drink our blood. He sounds like an arsehole. You hear the stuff about the wall?
What would happen if I made Dawson an Econ like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
You make excellent points, Elizabeth. As always, there's no way we're letting him drink our sweet, sugary blood.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
It's kind of sweet how you're calling us your dear all the time. I like it. Are we a thing? I really don't want to be led on. I mean, we are smitten about you, I think, really. Every time you call us my dear, we melt a little bit inside. But we'll get back to that at a different time. There's things at hand we must deal with. So she's saying let this old dude die. She's saying murder him and let the Reaper take him, or let him die naturally. Obviously that could take fucking ages, years. Maybe we scare him to death. Maybe that's what he needs. I don't know.
Like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Right, because we're so damn strong. And they know that we're strong because of what happened to our sister, Mary. Okay, so that's why he wants us to be the one whose blood he drinks from. It makes sense. But we don't want to make this dude into a really powerful vampire. He sounds like a piece of shit. He wants to segregate the city based on income and class. Okay, fine. Or I mean, he wants to obviously segregate the city with a big wall. So he's just around the corner here. This is Temple Garden. We have been here. Oh yeah, this is where we found the note from our dad. Go fight a few guys if you want. You want to get going? Oh, it goes through. This is a game changer. Oh shit, all these dudes again. I think we've got to end up finishing this episode where we started it. Yeah, just at the end of here. Oh, and look. Can you believe it? You know what's going to happen? It's going to unlock this door and we're going to go in here. Beautiful stuff. First, let me kill these sets. Strip away. Ow, fucker. Okay, no, finish him off. Take a scratch, and then maybe take a lance in your heart. And we'll finish you up nice and close. So who's that up there? Come on, I just want to meet you. Oh god, this isn't as cool now. I was doing a really good job of killing all them guys, but then we've got a bit disorientated from them sacks upstairs. How do we get up there? I know there's a little ledge you can jump. There it is. That's what I was looking for. You still there, dude? Or did you run down to meet us? It's going to be so awkward. No, you die, vermin, you big rat with a hood. Beautiful. Wonder how many times I've finished brutally murdering an enemy here. Just went, beautiful. I feel like I do it a lot. Well, you know what? Before we push on a little bit further, this will be a good place to end it. I'm so happy we found the water and got the plant living just a little bit. It's got a long life to lead, that plant. We need to make sure we keep it replenished with H2O. I feel like big things are going to be coming as well. Not for the plant, I mean for the story. If you enjoyed this episode of Vampire, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps out a great deal, so thank you very much if you choose to do so. If you want to see more, we're going to see how we're going to play this out with this Aloysius Dawson. I think we're going to have to kill him, and I've got no problem with that. I literally just do what I'm told, either by Redgrave or Elizabeth. But please go ahead and subscribe, I can bring it all to you. Got any questions you want to raise? How do you think this is all playing out? Is it a trap set by Redgrave? Or is it something else? Let me know in the comments below, and I will make sure I'll get back to you. Alright, see you